Hello, friends. Over the years, I suppose many of us have read novels of great epic scope and dimension. And there's a term in the world of literature related to this. I suppose it's most specifically related to fantasy literature, called world building, in which the author creates a whole world, creates, races of people or animals or whatever they may be, that then, of course, play out this whole great epic drama. And, if you think back in the last century, there have been a number of these, and of course, movies and comprising numerous, sometimes, 6, 8, and more, in a series of movies have been made on the same theme, on the same topic, or in the same universe, so to speak. And it got me to thinking how every night when we, it reminds me of Yogananda's poem, every night in time of deepest sleep, when my peace dreams and calls joy, 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 my joy comes singing evermore, God, God, God. Every night we create a universe. We create the world of our dreams. And some epic drama, or nothing, or some strange drama may happen, of course, because sometimes we have very odd dreams. But sometimes we have very prophetic dreams, dreams of the future, dreams of a vision, dreams that will in the future create a déjà vu where we feel like we've been there before. I had this happen to me once as a kid. I dreamt of a place that I subsequently went to, someone's home, in fact, and I knew the place. As I walked in the door, I said, I've been here before. I somehow knew it, and I had never been there before in my life. But I dreamed it beforehand. And all of us are capable of creating a universe. And we do it all the time in our imagination, and as I mentioned, in our dreams. But there is another kind of world building that we do. And that's what I wanted to touch on, which is that all of us build the consciousness that we live in. And in a sense, we build it one brick at a time, one thought at a time, one reaction at a time. We build it out of our own energy, the energy that is passing through us. And we may feel that we own that energy, that it is ours personally to do with. And then, of course, in a sense it is, because we do have free will. But that what we may not realize, and I think you may agree with me that over the years I've certainly experienced numerous times when I went down a certain track only to realize, oh my goodness, that first decision that I made sort of doomed me to have to follow this track in a certain direction, and now I'm bound by it. And it's like that with our thoughts, and it can be very subtle. We can bind ourselves to thinking, but I'm just a boy, I'm just a child, I'm just, a young person, what could I do? Or, we get to our teenage years, I can do anything, I can change anything. I can rearrange the world, I can, it again reminds me of some lines of one of Swamiji's songs. This one is from the song called Memories. And sunshine, laughter, young folk dreaming of a world they would mold. Each girl a fair muse, each boy a hero. Ripples bring memories. And then he goes on to say, actually I'll just continue the next verse. Friend, all our lives we spend seeking the stars, thinking them almost at hand. How far must we roam ere our minds turn within, ere we at last understand? And so that thought of when do we actually turn within? When have we built enough worlds? Have we built enough lifetimes of thought and consciousness? You know, it's amazing the effort that some of these authors have gone to. You know, I think of some of the epic novels where whole languages have been created, replete with alphabets and interactions stretching back millennia, you know, and then on into the present and the big drama that's being played out now. And of course, there's probably epic battles and epic romances and epic disasters and great cataclysms and, you know, perhaps some great victory, perhaps some tragic defeat that yet yields some catharsis. All of them, in a sense, are true because they all spring from the heart of the author and reflect some truth in that author's spirit. And yet all of them are fantasy. And even the world that we've built around us on this earth, that we experience every waking moment to some degree, to one degree or another, even this too is a dream. And we do, and we will live in the energy that we have created, thought by thought, reaction by reaction, just like little bricks in a house. And how big will that be? How open will that be? In a sense, I believe that when we leave this world and go into the astral, we find what resonates with us. We find where we are comfortable. We find those who think like we do or relate like we do, those who are familiar to us. And the consciousness that we live in can be a binding force, or it can be a freeing force. And so I'll just finish by asking this question to you. What world have you built, or are you building, or will you build in the future? And let your mind roam wild and free for a little while with this. Just take a chance on this. Perhaps when you're going to sleep tonight or in some other idle moment, just roam in your mind among the universe. Where will you go? What will you see? What will you look for? Who will you find? Look for ultimate freedom in the divine light. You will find it. Namaste.